What's the biz, everybody? It's your boy Vaker Maker, aka Dansley, and I'm here to give you some true shit. So, I'm aware that by the time I upload this, a lot of people are already playing Rebirth since it just launched like yesterday. But hey, I had already worked on this prior to the launch. It's just that I with work, and then that I had to work on that super long video, that super long Gwen Stacy / Aerith Gainsborough video. If you hadn't checked that out, I'll leave a link to that in the description for you guys to check out. Please check that out. Worked really hard on that one. But yeah, working on that, and then trying to work on, get this video done. Yeah, it was, took up too much of my time, so I couldn't get this video done on time. And as of the time of me recording this, I still haven't played Rebirth yet, despite the fact that it did come in the mail. So, look, this is a question I've been sitting on for a long ass time. Now, before I answer this question, I went on Facebook and asked the same question to various Final Fantasy fans to see what they think, given all the info we've gathered about this game from trailers, interviews, and what we saw in Remake. I was curious to see if the Final Fantasy fans thought that if there was a good chance that Tifa Lockhart will die. And if she does die, would it bother any of you to the point that you wouldn't want to play the third game? Regardless, whether or not you like Tifa, as many OG fans of Final Fantasy VII know, Tifa played a very crucial role, especially when it came to Cloud's character arc. Would you be open to the idea of the trilogy taking this direction? And I got to hear the response. And here are the responses I got. I just want to point out there's a very good possibility that I'm going to butcher a lot of these people's names, but here we go. Javier Patron says, very low chance of her dying. She was Cloud's anchor after Aerith died and played a crucial role in Cloud regaining his memories. Bobby Bogan says, I mean, there's a lot of rumors roaming around. It's a possibility that Tifa could take the plunge. As much as I wanted to stay true to the original things have changed, and I'm curious to see what they have done. Lex FG says, no, I would be done with the remake. Okay. Tin Toe says, if I'm the director and I want to leave a mark on the audience, she's the choice. And then that comment led to a whole lot of responses, and here they are. So then who helps pull Cloud together? That makes sense with the story. Don't say Aerith. She was there originally with Cloud at Nibelheim at any point in the story, like Tifa. Tinto responds, who else but Sephiroth? Sir, no. Zach does. I could see it. I thought the responses to that comment was actually going to be worse, but oh well. Now, here's the rest of the responses to my question. David Coates says, I hate to say this, but I don't think enough of the plot hinges on Tifa for her death to be impactful. She's a good character by all means, though, just not worth it. And then that comment actually led to a few responses right here. John Harrison responds to that by saying, someone clearly hasn't played the original all the way through to sit there with a straight face and say she isn't an integral character to the plot. Then David responds to that comment by saying, well, if you just happen to be talking to someone who was recovering from being paralyzed and slowly played through the game, analyzing every detail when this game was released and have played through it multiple times, so you can take your comment and place it into that pile of comments you never should have sent. I recommend thinking logically rather than emotionally when discussing the games you like and the reasons people interpret the games differently. And then John Harrison respond, she literally takes care of Cloud when he's broken and even enters the live stream to save his mind. Without her, that doesn't even happen, and Cloud remains a vegetable forever. She's the only reason to keep him from going insane after Aerith dies. You're entitled to your opinion. I decided to just skip through all that and just get to the other comments or whatever. No, Jacqueline says, no, there's no chance of her dying, and yes, I would stop playing all the future parts if she dies. I wouldn't even buy Rebirth if there was any chance of her dying. All right. And John Harrison responds, I guess you won't be buying it then. And then Jacqueline responds, if you think Aerith is gonna live, I have bad news for you. But I will buy Rebirth because my Tifa will live and still deliver gifts to her fans. And Mark Thomas says, I'm starting to really dislike the entire Final Fantasy community. There's been some real garbage takes, and this is up there. And then Evan whatever said, for real, bro, it's getting a bit much. And then Jonathan Harrison said, can't wait to see what y'all say when it happens. Okay, first of all, guys, I'm just asking a simple question here. I'm not really giving a take. I wasn't even giving a take in the description. I was just asking a simple question. There's really no need for saying, oh, this is a garbage take. It's a garbage take. What? Okay, whatever. Again, this is kind of one of the reasons why I don't really partake in conversations on Facebook with these groups, because you got some real a-holes like these that like to just, start some shit, and that's that's when I want to say they want to start some shit, and then you got others that want to be on the bandwagon and instigate it more, But anyways, Evan says, yeah, I would personally be done with the series. Probably return the game and not buy part 3 personally. Fuck me being a fan of Tifa and her being the best girl. She's a crucial role to the story, and it would really kill the enjoyment for me. One of my favorite moments is Tifa helping Cloud put himself back together and getting back to the party. So yeah, it would ruin it for me. And then John responds, agreed. My favorite moment is her taking care of Cloud while he's wheelchair bound. It would suck to miss out on that scene altogether. I'd still play the third game though. And then this guy, Sean, says, I agree. I see it very unlikely she dies. I'd put it all at about like a 1% chance. It only makes sense, at a very basic level, at looking at the love triangle between Aerith and Cloud as some big part of the game's plot. But even then, I could see Cloud dying in her place as a sacrifice because he loves her. That I would put about 5% chance. In reality, the love triangle is an extremely minor aspect of the plot, and killing Tifa makes no sense compared to any of the much more prevalent theming regarding her and Cloud or Aerith, Sephiroth, and the planet. I think with what we know about Rebirth remake, it is 95% likely Aerith still dies and is done. So in a way that celebrates her sacrifice and makes it sad but beautiful moment. And then James Stein says, I wouldn't forgive Nomura if anything happens to her, nor would I play part 3. She is baby, she is queen. Nick Bradshaw says, Tifa will not die. This isn't a sequel. The devs already said it will line up with Advent Children. I don't care how people try to twist everything. The community is just setting themselves up for massive disappointment because nobody is going to get their headcanon. This is an expansion of the original story, so no major plot points will change. Okay, and then Diego Rancho says, she will not die for sure, don't worry. And then Chi Che says, I've talked about this a lot, and personally, I don't agree that they'll end up killing her. At least not in any way that will actually be permanent. The only benefit anyone would get out of this is if Sephiroth somehow faked her death in order to manipulate Cloud even further and promised to somehow bring her back. If Cloud helped him with whatever his new goal was, she would initially be used as a plot device against him. Patrick Wilson says, I'm not open to any one of the Final Fantasy VII family dying, but I know someone has to. Plot twist, Cloud dies and Zack takes his place throughout the rest of the game. Donovan Bailey says, there's literally nothing that could be done in Rebirth that would make me not play Part 3. Everyone who isn't on board for some crazy new story events jumped ship after Remake's ending. I loved Remake, and I already love Rebirth. As for Tifa dying, I don't see it happening. I'm sure they will toy with our emotions on this ride and make it seem like characters are in danger or safe, but ultimately I don't see it ending radically different from how it did in the OG. Yeah, Zack is there now, and that's a big change, but we've yet to see anything about what the nature of which way Zack exists. I know that the final trailer, is regarded as big spoilers, but I'm even more confused after watching it a bunch of times and breaking it down. Samantha Lee Mendez says, if Tifa dies at the end of the game for Cloud, he will be like those robed guys, or worse, is a zombie kind of off that doesn't walk, eat, or drink. That's why Sephiroth didn't try to kill Tifa in front of Cloud now, even when he has had many chances to, because he knows how important Tifa is for Cloud. To control Cloud, he used Tifa to confuse Cloud. Besides, from the very beginning, Tifa is the reason why Cloud wants to be stronger until the end. It's Tifa the reason Cloud overcomes all his troubles and moves on with his life. So there's no way Tifa's gonna die for that, for sure. If she dies, everyone is fucked. She's the only one that Cloud will let in his mind to put back together. He's the only one strong enough to beat Sephiroth. If Tifa dies, everyone dies, and Sephiroth wins. And if she dies, I'm done with VII. She's one of my favorite video game characters of all time. Up there with Rose from Legend of Dragoon. William Richards says all that. Ryan Hood says it made more sense for Aerith to save Cloud from the live stream anyway. She's a Cetra. Tifa's literally useless in the sense that she isn't special in any way. That will anger a lot of fans, but it's true. If we went by Jesse's dad and the lore, Tifa should have come out of the Mako badly poisoned and like a vegetable. Cloud was an experiment, so he has unnatural strength and abilities. Aerith is the last ancient that has a certain degree of control over the live stream. Everyone else has no special abilities except Vincent. Tifa does, however, have an emotional connection to Cloud, and Sephiroth used could use that to his advantage. Killing Aerith was his undoing last time, as Aerith used the live stream to stop Meteor and then cure GU Stigma. Knowing what he knows, he's not going to make the same mistake. So, sorry, logically speaking, Tifa's the only candidate this time. Travis Peterson says, it'll be a deal breaker. I would think it would be really lame if Aerith lives, but I highly doubt that'll change that. It just added too much to the game. Kella Scarla says, I'm a fan and I will play it regardless, though it will be upsetting to watch her die. It will be upsetting to watch any of these characters die other than Sephiroth. They are good people deep inside. I do not wish death on good people. I have watched Advent Children many times. I was in high school when it released. I do not wish to see the suffering they all went through, even though Sephiroth and Shinra were gone. I am hoping that will change, but I will not rage if it doesn't work out that way. Okay, and then Rob Love says, I won't lie, it's been foreshadowed a lot, or that she is already dead and is an imposter. It would crush me honestly, but I'd still play the third just to see where this goes. Cherry says, they're not going to kill her, but I wouldn't give a crap if they did or did not. Prez Flora says, although the devs want to keep the OG story, there is a huge chance that will be a branching timeline. Everything is possible at this point. Then this person says, let's wait for a few more days to see who dies. Hill Song says, big no, Aerith will die instead of Tifa. And then Mila says, if Tifa dies, then they need to have to retcon every compilation about her role in the game, the movie, her connection to Cloud in every novel and spin-offs post FF7. It's gonna be a lot of work. Same if they let Aerith live this time. I don't think Square Enix is headed toward that direction, so no. Christopher Patty says, in Zack's dimension maybe, but not in this one, since it's supposed to lead up to the events of Advent Children. Morgan Renee Rake says, I'll be real, Tifa isn't my favorite character. I wouldn't personally be super torn if she died, but I don't think there's a need for it. So I don't think she will. Miko says, for real, everybody will die, and you will play the third part with Palmer, Hojo, Don Corneo. Everyone should know this is a leaked information at this point. Okay, this person's just trolling. Okay, cool beans. Chris Vile says, Tifa stays, no discussion. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. But they say the moment Tifa dies, it's game over. Game over in game and game over for me. The moment Tifa dies, I stop playing. Never to return to the game, and don't give a shit about anything Final Fantasy fans or Square Enix related. Killing Tifa means destroying Final Fantasy VII and making an amazing story, which FF7 into some kind of weird fan fiction. And it doesn't matter whether I'm her fan or not. I am, but not in the same way I'm a fan of Cloud, Aerith, and the others. If they kill her, I would be done. Fortunately, they won't do it. I refuse to believe that the devs would destroy their own creation. Then Holly Miller says, fine with me, girl needs some backbone. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go with that. And then Adrian just responds with a meme picture of Cloud basically doing the Tifa. Yeah, that's my Cloud impression right there. Yeah, definitely. Hire me, Square. Hire me. Morgan Boyer says, you people need to stop the complaining and just enjoy the game when it comes out. This is why I don't like this community. Again, I'm just asking a question here. I don't see the point of leaving comments like that. It's kind of weird. But anyways, Cheris says, don't worry guys, she won't. John Harrison says, I think she probably will and by Cloud's hand. And yeah, it'll bug the hell out of me. Julie says, there's no interest. It's not an old one. It's just to disturb the players all that. And we saw it at the end with Sephiroth fight, but we don't see Aerith, so it's weird. And there's a single passage like this where you see them all dead at the hospital by paramedics. So those who, and then Lisa says, those who would stop playing if Tifa dies are not real fans. Just because she's no longer there doesn't mean the story stops. Then there's a story sequel, blah, blah, blah. I'm curious this comment didn't get, didn't get the, any responses to. James says, nope, it's Yuffie. Then Laya says, it's Genova in disguise. Maybe blood and viscera from Sephiroth looping off her head got into Tifa's stab wound and took over and replaced her as she was dead, but still enough electrical impulses in the brain for Genova to work with. Okay, that's quite a theory right there. Anthony says, just started a YouTube channel all about Final Fantasy Rebirth theories. Want to support each other's channel? Come over here for a sec. Give me a chance to earn your sub. And you see Final Fantasy VII Evil Cloud remastered. Okay. Well, guys, if here's your shout out. If you're interested, check this guy out or whatever. But Deli Lane says, y'all drinking the boing water with these theories? Okay, sure. Sarah Ross says, I think people are overconfident that the story will not change, and the thing with Advent Children is overly referenced and potentially misunderstood or mistranslated, but I highly doubt Tifa will die. I'm going to get roasted here, but I come from a leftist, feminist, and queer circles, and I'm not bringing this up to change anyone's worldview, but simply to add perspective. People say that the devs don't care about this part of the audience as a demographic, but they do, and that is clear in the remake. As a queer person, there are a lot of, if you know moments most people won't pick up on, especially in chapter 9. Unfortunately, I didn't really want to get... It seemed interesting if you want to check it out, whatever. But I kind of do get where she's coming from, definitely. But I kind of want to stay on topic here. She's an Advent Children. They said the game will lead to that unless they change their minds and plan on scrapping or redoing Advent Children. She won't be dying. Look, like I said, I actually have addressed that in my previous Aerith video where I go into detail about that, because trust me, guys, I've read the interviews myself. I know what you guys are saying, but I don't want to. If we just take those comments at face value, then basically they just spoiled the remake trilogy. But I think really at the end of the day, they're just trying to get people to play the game, because they know people are divisive about the direction they're going. So they're not going to say any more things to really, piss off fans more. Like I said, I've already addressed this or whatever, but yeah, checked out my opinions on that in the description below or whatever. But I'm not really. I'm just gonna go into the next comment or whatever. Carly Woodford says, "I wouldn't care. I find her a bit pointless overall." Okay, well, yeah, I 100% disagree, but hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Timon says, "Zero chance Tifa dies." Okay. Tywin says, "Nick is right, guys. All the major plot points are the same. I'm an Aerith fan, but we have to accept that this is something that won't change. They want you to buy the game, so of course they're going to play with your emotions. But joke's on them. I can safely not buy the third game now." Joey says, "If Tifa can't die, Italy would be in disarray." Cute, cute. If you know, you know, guys. If you know, you know. There's gonna be a third, and I kind of already responded to him. Yes, this is technically a sequel. Like this is in the sense that this is the second part in a trilogy. Like the first part was remake. This is Rebirth is the second part, and then there's gonna be a third part. But we don't know the name of the title yet. But yeah, Amber Rose says Tifa is the glue to the team. Again, like I said, already said that. Edward Brown says, "I think Aerith is gonna die in the Zack timeline and live in Cloud's timeline. Like they'll honor the original by giving you Zack back and then destroying him with that. But she'll survive in the Prime, and then shit will get very NOMURA." Okay. Joel says, "She can't die if it ties in with Advent Children." Like I said, yeah, whatever. Let's keep going on. William Cooper says, "They could kill Cloud for all I care. I'm locked in." And then this person says, "She could die and will rebirth." In the remake at the end, Sephiroth killed Barrett and then saved. We saw Zack, nothing like in the original game, original story. Priscilla says, potential spoiler reply, being that the remake trilogy is officially a sequel to the series, the door to the multiverse has been opened. It's a free for all, and I think anyone can die, specifically in anyone in Zack's universe. The remake universe, however, will most likely not divert too far from the original storyline. And then Joe says, "I'll have to disagree with you on that. Not your whole comment, but I respectfully disagree with it being a sequel, because to me, being a sequel is a continuation of a story. So if it was a sequel, then everyone who died in the OG will already be dead in this one. I like to think that of it as a reimagining or a retelling, but..." And then Rai says, "I think I missed when they officially said that they were sequels. When was that?" And Priscilla responds, "No official announcement. It's just up for debate." And Andy responds to Priscilla by saying, "I agree with you here. There are a lot of massive changes. It will be in Zack's story arc rather than the main one. It would be the safest route so they don't piss off an entire fan base." And then Curtis Martin says, "It wouldn't make sense for her to die." All right, I got some more comments, but honestly, guys, this is actually turning out longer than I thought it would. So this is gonna be like the last couple ones I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna get into my what I got to say. This person says, if she die, it better be dramatic and good. She is the poster girl of FF7. Christine Vega says, possible. There was also a leak that it could be Cloud who dies near the end of Rebirth. So there's that. And then Andy L. Kennedy says, to be honest, Zach is better anyway, so I can live with that. I doubt it's true though. And then Esther says, I don't think she will die, but I feel like Sephiroth will target her as he did Aerith in the OG. Tifa is the one who brings Cloud back to his senses, so without her, Cloud will definitely turn into a puppet like the others. Okay, this is probably a good one to actually end off on. Okay, I lied. These will be the last ones I'll do. These will be the last one I'll do. Kimberly Sabino says she won't bring much impact on the whole narrative if she dies. It's like when the other members of Avalanche died. I do not see the point in killing her off. Tifa's impact is on a personal level to Cloud as his friend. Don't see the world depending on her powers like it is with Aerith. And why kill her? Dude, I need her to stagger the shit out of my enemies. Okay. And then Jose Diaz says, or Jose or whatever, they say, what direction? It's already known Advent Children is the continuation, so why are you pushing the wrong ideas? I don't understand these ones. Okay, again, I'm just asking a simple fucking question. I haven't even keep in mind here, guys. When I posted the question, I'm not even really giving my overall opinion on things. I just said, given all the information we gotten, I'm not pushing any quote unquote wrong ideas. I didn't post, any ideas really. I'm just asking a simple question. But yeah, you get some people like these that just they act like they're so butthurt just the fact of you even asking this question, because yes, look, I get it's a hot topic. It is a hot topic among the community, but look, it's not like I'm trying to push. I haven't even put my own opinion on this, but yet I'm still getting people trying to come at me like I'm like I am or whatever. And even if I am, I don't see that as a bad thing. But yeah, you saying, oh, it's already, Advent Children is the continuation. Again, dude, I don't really look at it that way. I mean, it could very well just be a continuation, and the Square devs have just, like I said, just spoiled the whole thing for us or whatever. But I don't want to. I want to see it from a big, There's multiple ways you can take it. Honestly, there's multiple ways you can take what they said, and one of them being that they'll say whatever they need to get you to play the game. I mean, but hey, to each his own. I'm not gonna like I said, I'm not gonna get into it too much because I already did in my previous Aerith video. If you want to hear my whole stance on that whole thing, go on that video. But yeah, this person, they kind of, I don't know, they coming off a bit too what's the word? A bit too strong, I guess, honestly. But hey, like I said, to each his own, I guess. All right, now we finally gotten to the point of the video where you get to hear what I got to say about the matter. So, first off, I just want to start off by saying, I guess point out the obvious here. Anyone who's been following my channel, y'all know I'm a huge Tifa fan. I've been a huge Tifa fan since Remake came out, and so this was a very difficult question for me to answer for a multitude of reasons. One of them is trying to be as objective as possible, and that's what I'm. I've like I said, I've given this question food for thought. I've had time to really think about it. And, since the game is literally, within, it just launched yesterday. I think now's the time to just go ahead and say it before I get the chance to even play the game. Again, but like I said, guys, those of you who got your game early and been playing the game, please do not leave spoilers in the comments. Don't be a dick, please. But yeah, here it is. First off, so I gotta say, first off, the theory started when in that crazy ass illusion or whatever the fuck that was, where we witnessed both Barrett and Tifa getting sliced by Sephiroth. Then we later saw Sephiroth nearly, kill Barrett, only for the Whispers to intervene and save him. But even though the Whispers are back in Rebirth, it seems like they might actually be under Sephiroth's control now. So this has led fans to speculate that since we saw, Barrett gets stabbed by Sephi, we might see Tifa get the same treatment, but this time the Whispers won't be able to save her. And besides all that, we got all these hints in these trailers that Sephiroth might actually be targeting Tifa, or at least getting Cloud to turn against her. Scratch that. In one of the most recent trailers, you literally have Cloud suspect Tifa of being Jenova. Some of you might be wondering why Sephiroth would even want this, as that's, well, that's simple if you've already familiar with the OG story. First off, let me just say, if you haven't seen my video discussing if I think Aerith will die or not, go check that video out first, please, because this is sort of a part 2 to that. I'll briefly go over what I said there, but you should definitely still check that one out for better context. Anyways, I feel like this is a Sephiroth who is already aware of key events. Those key events that led to his defeat in the 1997 game. And in the video, I basically said that there's a very good chance that he's not going to make the same mistake he made before. Contrary to popular belief, killing Aerith isn't what exactly led to his defeat. It did, however, allow her to stop Meteor from destroying the planet, by summoning the life stream from within, but she was only able to do that because because Sephiroth's had weakened his hold on Holy, and that only happened due to Cloud and the company defeating him. If it wasn't for them, Sephiroth would have kept holding back Holy, and Aerith commanding the live stream wouldn't have been enough to stop Sephiroth or the Meteor. It took the combined forces of Holy as well as Aerith commanding the live stream to stop Meteor. But again, she wouldn't have even been able to do that if he wasn't beaten. And who exactly was the person who gave Cloud the strength and motivation in his lowest moments? Who fixed Cloud's mind for him to even be able to have the will to fight and defeat Sephiroth? So with all that in mind, it makes perfect sense as to why Sephiroth would want to take Tifa out of the equation. To me, it's very likely that Sephiroth, much like what he did in the OG game, is gaslighting Cloud. Sephiroth is trying to trick Cloud, i.e. us, the players, into thinking he killed Tifa during the Nibelheim incident, and that we're dealing with a Jenova disguised as Tifa, or at least an imposter. Otherwise, I don't think Square would have revealed such a huge plot point like that in a trailer. It's too easy. One of the themes for the 1997 game were dealing with lies and deception. It was uncovering certain mysteries, and the devs have come up with new ones in the remake for not only newcomers, but for longtime fans of the game, of the OG game as well. Again, Tifa was the one to help Cloud fix himself back up, so it makes sense for Sephiroth to make Cloud distrust Tifa, because without her around, he can do whatever he wants to Cloud's mind, and nothing will stop him. With that said, the fact that they showed that scene of Cloud about to kill Tifa in one of the recent trailers tells me that if Tifa's gonna die, it's not gonna be in that scene. So I do not think Cloud is going to succeed at killing her. If he doesn't go through, either he's not gonna go through with it, or somebody else is gonna jump in to stop him and make him see sense. It could just be Square's way of teasing us with the idea to keep us on our toes, to keep us guessing what's gonna happen in the story, and what's gonna remain, the same, what's gonna change, and what's gonna remain the same. But if we are indeed dealing with a Sephiroth who knows shit, then I hate to say it, but Tifa's in trouble, and she ain't the only one. In fact, I think it's a very good possibility that he'll probably, gonna want both Tifa and Aerith dead if he wants his plan to come together. Tifa and Aerith were key components to his plan failing last time. I don't think it's a coincidence that Sephiroth is between both Aerith and Tifa in the alternate key art cover for Rebirth. Could it be simply due to their connection to Cloud and Zack respectively? Sure, but I'm banking on it being a strong hint that he's coming after these two women. Now do I want Tifa to die? Hell no. I'd be pissed off, but I think it makes total sense for why Sephiroth would want her dead. Now, going back to what the devs have been saying in these interviews, if it is truly just an reimagining and there's not straying too far for the source material, then yeah, killing off Tifa simply for shock value definitely would not be that. And honestly, I don't think I'd be down for it either. I guess at the end of the day, similar to what I said in the Aerith video, it would really depend on how everything is executed. But yeah, I wouldn't be a happy camper if they did that. And I'm pretty certain Square is aware of the backlash they'll get if they were to just kill off such a popular character like Tifa for simply, for shock value. And I don't even think you'd have to be a big Tifa fan to dislike that decision either. But we're just gonna have to see for ourselves. And for those of you who got your copies early and finished the game, please don't be an asshole and leave spoilers in the comments section. Even if you're just trolling and just leave like something stupid, some fake spoiler or whatever, you will be blocked. Sorry. Honestly, I'm only leaving the comments available for a short period of time. After that, I'm gonna be disabling the comments. But yeah, this is the last discussion video you'll be hearing from me, before I play the game. After that, any other discussion videos will be made after I finish the game and finish the story and stuff. But yeah, so I want to get this out, just give my opinion or whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed hearing all these other people's comments or whatever. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. You think Tifa's gonna die? You think she's gonna live? But please, if you're only respond if you have not played the game or finished it or whatever, please do not. Yeah, like I said, come on, let's try to be respectful here. But yeah, comment below, let me know. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos, and most importantly, hit the notification bell to be notified for whenever I do, post these videos. Now, with that said, stay beast.